Hi there, it's Rees over farm. I'm just out in the Microlight field at the moment, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about microlights over farm and what I've got in store for this year in terms of what I'm doing with Fly My Plane. I'll take you around to the hangar now where we look at the fixed wing aircraft, which is another microlight, just looks very different to this one. Off we go. So take two, because I've just done a whole 15 minutes video that Kate wasn't recording.
I don't know why you choose me for these things. It's so funny. It's embarrassing.
We are in my hangar now with the fixed wing, and this is my machine here. So it's got a bit of maintenance going on at the moment with the engine and the airframe. This is a 80 horsepower version of what you saw in Rob's. And so it's the compression ratio is slightly different and a few other differences there. So I'm sort of doing as much as I can really take on myself with this one. A few checks, shortening, sorting out some cables, sorting out the exhaust that was fretting slightly on the engine frame, which I've had a little bit of advice on how to tweak. So yeah, this is about as much as I can do myself, time-wise and ability-wise, before I need to get someone else in to help. But as it is, I can do all this myself. I can get an inspector to sign it off, and the same inspector has to do like the annual MOT equivalent that you have to do on planes or microlights. So this is a microlight just like Rob's, and the difference is, although it's Rob's is like the hang glider wing sort of style that you might think and associate with the word microlight, the actual definition is maximum weight, which is passenger fuel in the plane. This one's 450 kilos. The definition has just changed now to 600 kilos, but you can't retro change it for the old ones. And also stall speed, there's a limit for stall speed as well, maximum, which is the point at which the plane stops flying, nothing to do with the engine. This one's about the same age as Rob's, maybe a tad older. It's been around. I've know the guy who built it, who's in part of our club, and one of the previous owners, or two of the previous owners. Andy also used to own it. We've got a plane over there. So this is the one. This is what I tend to do flying. I quite like to do competitions. I think it's not like Red Bull air races. This is more like aircraft orienteering. Although I have done Red Bull-esque type ones in the machine, very much like Rob's. Yeah, this is my plane. I've got in terms of competition for this year, which is one of the reasons I'm doing all this work now. The World Championships are being held just outside of Corby this year. So the airfield, you can actually see the Corby Raceway in the airfield, which is kind of cool. And we will be practicing here at the farm. We'll have a national competition, or open series as it's now known, on the 20th of April, I think. So if you're around the farm on the 20th of April, you'll see lots of microlights because we're practicing for the World Championships.
So what does one do in a competition?
So
microlight competition?
We do all sorts, from landing on a specific area. So you might land as close to a line, but not before it as possible, and stopping 120 meters. That's one sort of task. We could fly around an object like a tower with a very, very set parameters, so no higher than or lower than 200 feet from the first start point, and no further than or less than 250 or 750 meters from the center. We might follow a known line, looking for photographs or markers on the ground, or we might have to be given an unknown line. So in the air, we'll have to draw a line to another line or to another start point, or using a protractor. So yeah, aeronautical orienteering, a bit like Duke of Edinburgh, but in the air. It's kind of a good summary. So yeah, I'll show you another thing that I've been working on at the back quickly. So just in terms of airframe, this was now not engine. There's some plastic ribs in here. It sounds like plastic doesn't mix with aircraft, but aircraft are made out of all sorts of things, including wood. And they've broken off and were flapping around in here, so I had to disassemble this whole what's called the stabilizer and elevator, take that all apart, take the skin off this and repair that plastic. I do have a past life. I was an aircraft engineer, so hopefully I haven't done anything wrong. Plus I'm letting all the other guys down. Wrap that one up now. Thank you very much for coming along and joining us, and leave some comments below if you'd like to ask any questions about what we could do in the next one, or develop what we do with the videos. Thank you, everyone.